Hey, what's happening, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joe, and it's Tuesday Night Live from Myrtle Beach for 30 minutes, the fastest 30 minutes on YouTube. Yes, absolutely. Just checking some things out here. Got everything switched out. Everything's looking good. I know it's getting kind of dark right here. Black belt, yellow belly. How you doing, man? Oh yeah. And so yeah, man, we get this 30 minutes over with, and we are gone. Mr. Ed McMuffin, how are you, sir? Thank y'all for jumping in. It's awful quiet down here, and you know, spring break has officially started here at Myrtle Beach, and it's really quite quiet right here about close to 10 o'clock this evening. Ed McMuffin says, good, you? I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you for asking. Doing fine, man. I'm halfway done with my night. And, yeah, let's see. Black Belt says, I'm good, man. You're grinding it out. Ed McMuffin, check out my band, Black Belt Yellow Belly page on Facebook. Cool. Cool deal. Whoa, I didn't even see this car here in this lot. Oh, somebody's still working over here at this place this late at night? Man. It don't look like it. I have no idea. Hey, Miss Lynn, how are you? Thank you for joining. You're just in time for the brand new car giveaway from Ed McMuffin. That's a joke. Oh Lord. Humbucker Lover. Hey my buddy, how are you doing, Joe? I'm doing fine, Mr. Will and Leanne Ellison, Humbucker Lover on YouTube. Fan freaking tastic. Larry says car giveaway, nice. Yeah. I remember I heard somebody do that on the radio one time. You can win a brand new car if you win this game, and it was like a Matchbox car, like a Hot Wheels. Black Belt says, careful, Joe, you never know what crazies are on out here. Facebook. Yes, I know. Leanne says, sweet, I could use a new car. There's Mr. Pell Rider. How you doing, Mr. Pell Rider? Check out Pell Rider TV on YouTube, man, for some great trucking vids. Mr. Micahs himself has jumped in. Thank y'all very much. Wow, this is great. Everybody's here. I think the only one who hasn't jumped in yet is my wife. I'm surprised she hasn't jumped in yet. I'll take a pet truck, Larry says. You don't want one of these trucks, man. Oh my goodness. You don't want one of these trucks. Oh man. I gotta click this computer so I can get on this 30-minute break. I've been out here walking around running my mouth. Want me to message her? If you want to, Leanne, it doesn't matter. I mean, she should get the notification. She might be drifting off to sleep or something. The crew, man, we love you. Thank you, Mr. Humbucker Lover, aka Will. Thank you, man. Excuse me just for 1 second while I click this PeopleNet so I can get on this break. I completely forgot, man. Oh golly, let's see. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Oh man. Yeah, I was sitting there walking around, just, you know, do in my own little world. I like my Eddie Van Halen shirt. Ain't that cool? Eddie sitting there jumping around. Black Belt Yellow Belly, you're a good man, Joe. I drive for a living too. Oh, thank you, Black Belt. Man, I didn't know you drove for a living as well. Man. Miss Leanne says my notifications are funky sometimes. Yeah, my wife said the same thing. She said sometimes she'll get a notification and sometimes she won't. And it does that with me as well, with other people that I like to watch on YouTube. Even though I do hit the bell icon, that's for you, Mr. Pell Rider. I do hit the bell icon, excuse me, but sometimes I won't get no notification, you know. It's kind of weird. Leanne says, Johnny Bean and his Funky Bunch, our crew needs a name too. Black Belt Yellow Belly says, '07 Eddie Van Halen shirt. I think that's where the, there's Charlie S. How you doing, Mr. Charlie? I think that's where the picture is from, Mr. Black Belt, but I actually got the shirt not that long ago. Hit the bell, Pale Rider says. That's right. From VanHalenStore.com. I think I've had it for what, maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 months, if that long. Hasn't been that long, but yeah, I like that picture. I like that picture of him. And 584. And yes, Mr. Black Belt. Yeah, that's where I got the shirt, man. I've gotten quite a few things from there. From VanHalenStore.com. Sorry about that. But they can be expensive. Humbucker Lover says, only one person, man, these comments fade so fast. Only one person I hang out with is my wife, and watching your show makes me feel like I have a buddy. Always look forward to talking to you on the phone. Thank you, Will, man. That's very nice, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, man. I enjoy talking to you too, man, on your show. And it's a lot of fun, you know. It's really cool. You can meet people through through this medium right here, so if you will, you know, it's really cool. Oh, Mr. Pale Rider, if you're still watching, did you upload part 2 tonight? I thought I saw something earlier on my phone, but I couldn't really pay attention to it. Did you upload part 2 on how you began your trucking career? I'm still waiting for that JB Hunt story. Humbucker Lover says, consider you a good friend. Same here, my friend. Thank you very much. Same here, man. As always. Absolutely. Absolutely. No part 2 yet, Pale Rider says. Okay. Thank you, sir. I enjoyed that last night. And I remember that company, Builders Transport. Oh, my God. I remember those trucks. I don't remember the cab overs, but I remember when they had hoods. And soon, Pale Rider says, oh, I can't wait to see that. I've been waiting. You keeping me in suspense, Mr. Lawson. Man, I want to hear that story. But I do remember Builders Transport. And I didn't know you used to live in North Carolina until I saw your video last night. I said, man, I didn't know that. That was really wild. You know, so that was pretty interesting to hear about that. I thought that was pretty cool, you know. So I guess y'all have heard the news, right? You know, everything that's been going on with Facebook, with that tragic event. I'm not going to get into big details of it because you would not believe, well, I guess you could believe it in these days, day and times with people that can broadcast anywhere. It's amazing how many people I looked up yesterday and today who try to have like their own little news show. They can't hardly speak proper English. They get the names wrong. They can't even think of the right locations, the stuff. I mean, it's really just, it's just unprofessional. But besides that, I guess you know that coward took his own life earlier today, and which, you know, that was the best thing that could have happened. Larry says, you talking about CNN? No. Like YouTube chats. Well, not. I mean, you know, I would hope this is not as bad as what I saw earlier. You know, I'm talking about people that start doing their own videos about what happened on Facebook, you know, yesterday or over the Easter, you know, with that guy killing the elderly gentleman, you know, and he took his own life. And I was looking up different videos of people that were venting or trying to give updates about what had happened, and I was like, these people don't, you know, I mean, I don't know. They were using that to their advantage in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It was sad. That's why I don't want to go into detail, because I don't want to do that. But I guess everybody heard about that, so that's over. And that was just scary. Leanne says the false stories people post are just stupid. Yes. Black Belt says, riding the limelight, not cool. No, it was, I was just kind of like, wow, but that's what, I mean, even your major news outlets do that too. I mean, it's always, how many times do you see a positive story on the news? Not much. It's always something negative, so-and-so, there's this many homicides over here, there's a robbery over here, something else happened over here, ambulance chasers, Larry says. That's right. Everything is so negative. That's why I would hope that doesn't come across on here. I would hope not. I would hope that would not happen here. I just try to have fun, have a good time. I might not know what to talk about all the time, but that's when my friends jump on here and we can communicate back and forth and keep the conversation going. Leanne says, the nightly news always reserves the last 2 minutes for a good story to try to balance it out. Drives me nuts, she says. I've never thought about it that way. That's a good point. It's just, I guess, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. The world we live in now is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. My father is, he's been having a tough time lately, but everywhere he goes, he carries a firearm. He's got his CWPs, and Will says Facebook Live will be censored from now on. I wouldn't doubt it. That wouldn't surprise me, but my dad, he's good news of wait a minute. Whoa, I missed it. Good news doesn't draw attention, unfortunately. That's true. Black Belt Yellow Belly says, what was interesting to me was today I received there was something flying like I don't know if it was a fly or what. Something interesting to me, oh God. I received notification about the coward taking his own life. Then 6 hours later, the news reports, old news, just my opinion, local news will go away. Yeah. It's like I said, things have changed so much. It's just unbelievable. Larry, get rid of the news and put Joe TV on. Oh my God. Everything would shut down. Who is that weird looking son of a bitch on there? Shut him down. Oh God almighty. No, man, no. Oh Lord. Nah, man. Black Belt, you're too kind, man. That's crazy. I appreciate it, man, but nah, I'm not, my goal is not to be no big YouTuber or nothing like that. That's not, I do this because I just enjoy doing it. And that's it, that's all. I'm not trying to prove anything. This is just another creative outlet for me that I enjoy doing. And that's it, man. My subscriber count does this right here all the time, up and down, and that's fine. I don't care. Ain't no big deal. But yeah, like I said before, my father, everywhere he goes, man, Skeeter, there he is. He carries a firearm with him all the time. Skeeter says, am I late? No, sir. We've only been on for maybe 10 minutes. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Miss Leanne says, it kills me that older people don't know how to decipher. Holy crap, these comments are rolling. Decipher these crazy stories, and they get freaked out. They just want to see pictures of their grandkids. Yes. Yes. Very good point, Miss Leanne. Mr. Black Belt Yellow Belly says, Yellow Belly says, Joe Wentz posted about the Erie, Pennsylvania situation before the local news. The only reason I heard about it, Mr. Black Belt, was I just woke up. Ed McMuffin said, what did I miss? You didn't miss nothing, Mr. Ed McMuffin. Leanne says, we love watching police chases. Skeeter says, sweet. Actually, I have to give credit to my wife about that, to be totally honest with you. I'd woken up. See, I go to bed if everything goes right and I get back safe without any difficulties, any breakdowns, or anything like that. I usually get home about 5 in the morning, close to 5, around 5, and I'll go to sleep about 5:30. I'm beat when I get home. I'm tired. So I woke up and hey, Bruce, how you doing, man? Thank you for jumping in, sir. Thank you very much. And I woke up it's about 12:30, and my wife was up and she was looking at a video on Facebook, of all places, and I could faintly hear what she was watching. She had it turned down kind of low, And I said, is there any new developments? Did they catch that guy? She goes, oh, they got him all right. He took his own life, That's how I knew. And I was like, wow. So that's when I posted about that, because I asked her, I said, are you sure that's what that is? And she said, yeah. So, it was just my 2 cents. Like I said, I wasn't trying to get too much into it. Yes, Leanne, people at McDonald's did awesome. The people who called law enforcement, they did awesome. Here's my question, and I'll get y'all's opinion as well. I would like to get your input. I don't know how this works, but they offered, as of yesterday afternoon, they had put up a $50,000 reward for the information that would lead to the arrest of that person. There you go, black belt. Will they still get $50,000? Joe can't even get a soda at his McDonald's. Larry, you remember that? Yeah, the soda machine was down. I had to get a water, and oh god, it was nasty. Ed McMum says they should. Yeah, Leanne says yes, they should. See, that's what I'm like. Is there any red tape? Because they said it would $50,000 reward that would lead up to the arrest or capture of the fugitive. Well, he didn't get arrested. He got captured, but he took his own life. So, do the people who made the phone call, do they still get the money? I think they should. Leanne says, I saw that it was a group effort between the employees. Oh, so it was the employees. I thought it was customers in the car. That's what I thought. Or at least Skeeter, or at least give him $15 an hour. I don't know about that. I can't even get a soda at McDonald's. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. No. I mean, that's I'll leave that up to them. Whatever they decide. Get them all to split it. Shane says that McDonald's employee kept him there as long as he could, waiting on his fries he ordered. See, I didn't know that either. They screwed up his order. I said no onions. But if that's the case, that's really smart. That cause that stuff was blasted everywhere. So Skeeter, I can't. That's funny you say that. He says the ice cream machine is always broke down where he's at, and that's oh, Glenn says that's what you read too about that. And I don't get milkshakes anymore, but when I wanted a milkshake, or when my wife wants one, the milkshake machine's always down. I was like, why do you even have that in there? It's like, why don't you just take it out and throw it in the parking lot, It's a black belt. Skeeter, he says to Skeeter, why not? That's just a few million short of the billions they make already. Leanne says it's a conspiracy. Yeah, I guess that's everywhere. The ice cream or milkshake machine is always down. Isn't that aggravating when you get to the window? Can I take your order? Yeah. Let me get a strawberry shake. Our machine's down. What's that? Our machine's down. Oh, well, let me get I guess give me a water. And a large fry. Okay, pull around to the first one, please. Okay, thank you. You pull around, and you sit there, roll the window down, Hey! You sure that machine's broke down? Hey! Oh, you know, really get them riled up. You know what I'm saying? And no ice cream for you. Our sink is broke, Bruce says. Oh, no. Man. But that always seems like the only thing I can't stand is when you get fries at McDonald's and they're not hot and fresh. That's the only thing. I can't stand that. My sandwich can be semi, hot, but please give me fresh fries. I'll give you Mickey D's secret. It's not broke. They don't want to clean. Oh, golly, this thing is going on. They don't want to clean, so they don't start it. When I worked there, I never did that. Oh, inside information from Skeeter. Will says, haha, that was awesome. You're like the cop and police academy with the sound effect, Larry says. I got a lot of that in school. Leanne says, that's because I'm using the city horn. That's why it sounds wimpy, wimpy. You want to hear the big one? That's the horn. This is the city horn. See what I mean? Oh, shit. Shoot. Oh, crap. Hang on a minute. Nah. I just, my bad. Nah, it's good. All right. Holy crap. Oh, that's just terrific. All right. Let's see. Get a sausage McMuffin every time, Black Belt says. And then, order them without salt, Joe. You'll holy crap. Order them without salt, Joe. You'll get fresh fries. I can't stand my fries without salt. I know that's not good to say, but she says that's better. There's another sound effect. Dave Nesdahl, Bighorn, Johnny Bean, Little Horn. Oh, that's funny. Leanne says, you're going to get your ass kicked. You woke up security.
We got security over there. Get them over. Get that car over here.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I need to quit doing that. Bruce, Leanne, what the heck is fries without salt? Nasty potatoes? I don't know, man. That's the only thing, man. Please let me have fresh fries. There is you can get a damn salt packet. Yeah, but when you do that, it just falls off. Because by that time the oil is dried up, so the salt's not going to stick. You see what I'm saying? Right when they take it out of the oil and they dump it, they go, it sticks. You can get a salt. Leanne's going off on me, man. Damn. Here comes day-to-day Craig Top Flight Security. Give me fries without salt and 10 salt packets. God almighty, I don't need that much salt. Woo, my goodness. I tell you who likes to use some salt. Fresh fries is the goal, people. Focus. Leanne. If they're hot, they'll stick, Leanne says. Oh, Lord, I could go somewhere with that, but I'm not going to. Bruce is laughing. Oh, that's a win-win. No salt. Bill says. Yeah, man. Yeah, it just I have a buddy of mine that works here. And I can understand this when he gets fries from McDonald's. If they're not fresh, he'll go back around and say, "I need some fresh fries." I don't do all that because I'm on the go all the time. Good Lord, Leanne. I'll order salt with fries on them. My wife, she likes to use salt a little. Sometimes I'm scared a little too much. Salt packets, Lord, get wet on grease on the end, and you can't get it open. Yeah, if they get damp, that's definitely true. It's, you have to. I wish Mickey D's served Diet Dr. Pepper, Black Belt. Oh, they don't? I didn't know if they did. I have no clue. I didn't know that. I have no clue, man. I didn't know if they did or not. Since I can't have dark liquids anymore, I ain't had tea, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, nothing like that in years. I try to watch my salt intake, Bruce says, but McDonald's fries demand salt for me. Skeeter says he wish they'd deliver. To me, just my opinion, if I get some fresh fries from McDonald's, those are the best fries I've ever had. If they're hot and fresh. Whether you want salt or no salt is your personal preference. Black Belt says, yeah, Will, I know you love Mountain Dew, man. I know that. You wait for that sponsorship, my friend. Black Belt says, why can't you have dark liquids? Joe wins. Leanne says McDonald's fries are best fast food fries by far. Golly, that's a tongue twister. They are, in my opinion. If you get them at the right moment, they're excellent. I can't have dark liquids because that's why when you Mountain Dew is good stuff. It hypes the kids up too. My God, you always see me drinking a Sprite or bottled water because I started having kidney stones in like what was it? 93, 92, 93, I started having some bouts with kidney stones, and I didn't know what, my very first one, I didn't know what was going on. It kind of scared me because it was hurting right here at my belt line, and I thought maybe something was going on with my appendix or something. I didn't know what to think, and it was on Halloween night, and I was in my first marriage, and my son, we was taking him trick-or-treating through the neighborhood that I grew up in. And no, I have not had the curly fries at Hardee's. I have not. I don't believe so. Oh golly, and rubber baby buggy bump. My God. And I had that bad pain. And my son at the time, he was probably what, 5? He's about 4 or 5. And the more I walked, the worse it was getting. I couldn't even stand up, and it hurts. It hurt so bad. I didn't know what was going on. Ended up going to the doctor the next morning, and I had a kidney stone. Dark liquids promote kidney stones? I didn't know that. Good to know. Hey, James. Thank you for jumping in, sir. Yeah, and it's, for me it does. My kidney doctor told me, now this is what he told me a good time back. He says there's two kind of stones. You got acid-based stones and calcium-based stones. And of course, I had calcium-based stones. Does that hold true to whiskey? Yes. No dark liquids. No dark liquids. I mean, period. Can you relic a guitar with a good kidney stone? I feel like I have in the past. Thank God. The last one I had was about a year and a half ago. I had to actually go. They had to bust it up. It got so big. You can't pass it. But yeah, the calcium-based stones, of course, that came from your diet. And you build up an overabundance of calcium. And passed one at work one time. Leanne says humbucker lover. Yeah, it's oh yeah, black belt, no problem, man. It's not fun. I was driving down the road years ago in a big truck and started having a kidney stone attack, and I had to get in the floorboard and curl up in the fetal position. That's how bad it hurt. Yes, humbucker lover says he's going live after this. That's awesome. Skeeter says, I dread the day if I get one. I'm going to tell you what, man, I don't wish that on nobody unless it was just, one of my worst enemies or something. But it doesn't matter if it's the size of a grain of sand. It's still going to feel like it's a lot big. It's a lot bigger than what it is. Black Belt says, I heard it was like having a baby. I have heard that. It's the closest thing a man can feel to a woman giving birth. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I have heard that. But I tell you what, I tell you what, I don't care how big and bad you think you are, and you have a kidney stone attack, your butt's gonna be on the ground, Jack. My dad has never had trouble with kidney stones until 2 years ago. He had his first one, and he said he didn't know what was going on, and he called me and told me about it, and I said, now you know what I've went through, Dad, since the early 90s. He said, I don't say you did it. Leanne says, I had a baby naturally, and I don't think it was as bad. At least it doesn't last for days. Oh God, yeah. Joe, no, I haven't, Black Belt. Yes, it does, Skeeter. It feels pretty bad. Leanne says Joe has childbearing hips. Oh Lord, I would hope not. My doctor explained it to me this way, and I asked him. I said, "Why does it hurt so bad? Why does it something that's so of that size hurt so bad?" And he said, "Do you know what a spaghetti noodle looks like?" I said, "Yeah, of course." He goes, "Okay." He goes, "That's what's coming out of your kidneys into your, where you to your bladder and all that stuff." He says, "So imagine trying to put a little pebble or a little stone down through one of those needles." He said, "That's what it's like." Why did I say needles? One of those things of pasta, And he said, "That's why it hurts so bad." And the thing that got me was when I was starting to have them, in the 90s and stuff, they would make me drink this liquid, and it was, oh God, it was disgusting. But either that or they'd give you a big IV with this big clear syringe, had this clear dye in it, and a big old plastic syringe. I was like, my God, they'd do that and it'd go through your system, and it would make the kidney stones show up on the X-rays. And yeah. Leanne says, I used to work in the X-ray, and we had to do that dye and wait for hours with patients. It was awful. Leanne knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it was they called it an, if I remember right, Leanne, you might know better. I remember them calling it an IVP is what they called it. It was that big plastic syringe. They give you an IV and they inject that clear dye in you, and it would illuminate the stones on the X-rays. And they did that for me. Black Belt says, I'd rather play a guitar with a Floyd Rose and no locking nut than give birth to a stone. I would too, man. I mean, were you kidding me? I'm just telling you my experience. I mean, it sucked. There's nothing you can do to comfort them. No, Yeah, my mom's had to take my dad to the emergency room a couple of times because the pain was so bad, and you can't get comfortable no matter how you lay or what. I mean, and when you find that one position where you're laying, and you might be looking weird, but when you're comfortable, you don't want to move. Leanne says, I think that's what they call it, IVP. Yeah, that's what I remember. I had it done so many times. It's been a long time, but I have had it, quite a few times. But anyway, they gave me that and illuminated the stones on the X-ray. They took a picture of that and blew it up and showed it to me, and so I could see what it looked like, And it looked like a what do they call them things? Like when you was a kid, you'd run through the field, and they call them devil heads, them little balls with those thorns and spikes on. That's what it looked like. That's why you would sometimes bleed a little bit and all that stuff, because it's cutting you. And I was like, my God, that's what it was like, man. Larry says, I would grind the stone and make a good, nice pick. Humbugger says, I passed one while I was at work. I was a salesman, so I had to keep working. Oh my God. Skeeter, they should call it hurt my pee-pee. Wow. Will, that would, yeah, that's I'm telling you, man, it's something else. It is something else. Holy crap. All right, guys, 2 minutes. Man, 2 minutes, and then we'll wrap this up. I got to ride. And so yeah, that's just some of my experiences with it. It's not pleasant at all. I would Black Belt, I would take that stone and use it to shim my neck, my guitar neck, and get the angle cooking on my Wolfgang. I did one time. I had passed one that was really, really big, and I passed it at home, and it was so huge. Thank you, Vintage Sounds. Excuse me. I kept it in a little medicine bottle, like you get your prescriptions, like at CVS or something. I kept it for a long time. I just would look at it and I couldn't believe. I was like, man, I can't believe that. Humbucker Lover says, yes, it was horrible. I had no pain meds. Didn't know I had them back, was just hurting. Thought it was, oh yeah, well, it's, yes. Well, yeah, Black Belt, I went live. I was live for a few minutes, then came in here and actually jumped on the break, so we still got a couple of minutes. Skeeter says, my wife passed 3 while working one day at Mickey D's. Got up and still made people smile. My goodness. See what you did there, Leanne says. Oh yeah, man. Bruce, oh, my wife shows up at the very tail end of everything. This is 2 nights in a row. I'm getting ready to wrap up and she pops in, hey honey, that gives new meaning to salt on the fries. Larry says. Oh my goodness. Yes. Man, I gotta take a drink. Oh yes, thank you everybody for saying hello to my lovely wife. Thank you very much. You missed all the fun, dear. We was talking about whether you should have salt on the fries at McDonald's, and about kidney stones and waking people up over here. Sorry I didn't get a notification again. Yes, thank you, Black Belt. Leanne said the same thing. Yeah, Leanne said the same thing. Some of the notifications come through, some don't. Rolling Stones, Larry. Skeeter. I love it when my wife shows her tail. Oh wait, you mean show on the tail end? Never mind. What the heck? Wait a minute, Leanne. Now wait a minute. We discussed how Joe has good childbearing hips. Oh my God. Okay. Leanne is crazy. If you are at McDonald's, you have to have salt on their fries. That's my girl. Leanne, maybe not. Mr. Bruce says, haha. Joe Wentz TV for sure, Vintage Sound says. Oh man, thank you, man. That's very kind. Thank you. Joe, the hips don't lie, Skeeter says. Oh, I guess I can't run from it, man. I guess God almighty. Yeah, Leanne said she had trained natural childbirth. My wife did that too with all 3 of her kids. I don't see how y'all did it. My wife told me that the other day, and I was like, oh God almighty. And the first thing I went to was when I had them kidney stone attacks, All right, guys, that's it. I have to ride. The only good thing there is at McDonald's is fries and a Coke, my wife says. Yes, good hot fresh fries are awesome. Bob Dylan, those, oh my goodness gracious, these comments. They'll stone you when you're driving that fat truck. Joe got in trouble for blowing his horn, Cheryl Will says. That's why you walk this way. Don't back us into a corner is all I know, right, Cheryl? My wife says. That's funny. Need more vitamin K. Check it out. Yes, I do need to check that out. Thank you, Vintage Sounds. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Drive safe, Bruce says. Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. And thank you to Leanne and everybody, Skeeter and Will, Leanne and Stone Age, everyone. Yes. Yes. Mr. Ed McMuffin, Vintage Sounds, thank you very much. Mr. Larry, thank y'all for jumping in. Thank you so much. Made this 30 minutes go by quick as usual, and it puts a smile on my face. Hopefully you got a smile on your face as well. That's the whole point of us doing this here. And all right, we're officially back on duty. It's time to get off here and start trucking back down the road. Lance says, be safe. Good night, everyone. Come to Humbucker Lovers Chat on YouTube in a second. That's right. Stay on the right side of the road, Joe. Thank you, Black Bill. That's right. Thank you, Vintage Sounds. Everybody go check out Humbucker Lover, man. He's coming up next, right after this brief message from McDonald's and why you can't get a good sandwich and a drink. Humbucker Lover coming up next on his channel. Thank you, everybody. TheJoeWoodsProject.com.